Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of our weekly outlook. All right, so in this weekly outlook, what are we going to look at? As usual, we take some few pairs, we look at them and see what we are going to be expecting for the coming week. All right, so the first pair I'm going to look at is DXY. DXY is actually not a pair, but since we've been saying pair, that's why I'm just using it as pair. It's an index. All right, it's an index. Okay, so what am I seeing on DXY? So with DXY, I'm actually going on the monthly time frame to actually give some macro analysis on DXY from the monthly time frame. Now, as you can see here, there's our monthly time frame. Okay, and then what do we have? We have the XY coming to fill in this particular fair value gap we have here. Okay, so we have this imbalance right here that the XY have come to fill. Okay, so now what do we have here? We have an imbalance right here, which have been filled by DXY. All right, so right after filling that imbalance, what do we have? An impulsive or a massive rejection, okay, from that particular place. Now when you look here too, we have a fair value gap that have not been filled. Okay, markets have not even come close to fill in this particular fair value gap. Okay, and then if you look very closely, you can see that we are very bullish on the XY. On the monthly time frame, we are very bullish. We are still bullish, all right? Because when I take this particular high and then this particular low, this is my monthly low, so this is going to be my swing low. This is going to be my swing low. This is going to be my swing low, and this is going to be my swing my swing high. All right, so if I take this from the low to the high, I know I'm very bullish, okay, monthly on the XY, because market has not yet taken my my swing low. Right now, when you look at it also from here to this side, we can see that the XY have traded below 50%, okay, to fill this particular imbalance here. So what am I going to be expecting? Okay, yeah, so this is what I have in mind. I think the XY, after coming to fill this imbalance here, which is below 50%, okay, discount, I think the XY is going to give us a push to the upside to fill this particular imbalance we have here. So is either going to fill it and continue moving up for the rest of the year, or we are going to have the XY just coming to fill it and then drop down. Okay, so any of this is very possible, but right now this is what I have. Okay, I just have the idea that I'm expecting DXY to come and fill this particular imbalance. All right, so this is my macro analysis I have on DXY. Now let's go to the weekly time frame, daily time frame, and 4 hour, and see what we are going to be expecting for this coming week. All right, okay, so now let me just go to the weekly time frame. Now on the weekly time frame, we can see that DXY traded into this particular demand zone, right? Yeah, DXY traded into this particular demand zone. Right after trading into it, we had this massive move to the upside. Okay, yeah, so right now what are we having on DXY? Now on the weekly time frame, we can see that we are very bearish. Okay, on weekly time frame, we can see we are very bearish. Why are we very bearish? We had markets going up, markets coming to break structure to the downside. So we had a break of structure to the downside here. We also had another break of structure to the downside. All right, so let me just talk about current price. Let me just take the current price. So we had markets breaking structure to the downside. Now after a break of structure, what do we have? A push to the upside. So right now, what am I having on the XY? Okay, so from the weekly price action that I'm seeing here, okay, since we are very bearish, we have this particular supply zone here. I think market is is probably going to trade into. So we can have market trading into this zone and then giving us a sell. Okay, this is also very possible for the weekly time frame, okay, or for our weekly forecast. Now, yeah, so this is what I am having. Okay, price came, so you can see we had this imbalance right here that price came to fill. So we had this imbalance or this fair value gap here. So price already filled what 50% and already started what rejecting off that particular place. Okay, now so what am I going to be expecting? Now let's go to the daily time frame and then let's see what I'll be expecting. All right, so on the daily time frame, yeah, I'm also very bearish. Okay, so you know we have a break of structure to the downside, and then what are we having right now? We have price moving up. Okay, and then what am I expecting? Let me take this out. So since I am very bearish, I'm just going to be looking for what markets to give me what bearish what direction. Right now I have this form of what I have some imbalance right here. I had some imbalance right here which market has already filled. So market has already filled this imbalance, market has already filled this one too. We have one here, market has already filled it, and then we have another one here. Okay, so this one is also possible that market will come and what fill it, or else we can take this imbalance that market has already filled it, I think more than 50% of this, and the market has started what rejecting of this particular what imbalance. So we can easily have what markets coming up here to give us a sell. Okay, a sell from here, or market will just start what rejecting from this particular place. Okay, this particular what imbalance. So this is what I have on the what on the weekly daily time frame. Okay, also we can have what market actually what just coming down and then going up to what to take out all these highs to give us what bullish what movement. Okay, when we actually link it to what I'm looking for on the monthly time frame. So we can have this happening, markets will come down and then we get somewhat bullish movement. Now let's go to the 4H and see what we are going to be expecting. 4H. Now on 4H, what do we have? Okay, on 4H, yeah, this is so nice. 4H is giving me a very nice price action, right? So on 4H, I have this very key zones here. I have this particular demand zone right here. All right, so I have this demand zone here. We had price breaking this, giving us some break of structure here. We had price breaking up, up. Price gave us a break of structure to the upside, right? Okay, so what am I going to be expecting? Now, even though I have this demand zone here, I also have this demand zone here, which I'm not really going to consider that much. Okay, because what this can serve as what liquidity. All right, but then I will just wait. If I see any form of confirmation here for a buy, I go for it. But then this is going to serve as what liquidity for me. So I'm going to have liquidity right there waiting there. Now also on the upper on this side, what am I expecting? Okay, so I have this zone right here, I have the supply zone right here, and I also have this supply zone right here. So what am I expecting? Okay, that means markets, I can have markets what continuing to go up, trade into this zone, give me a sell, or market will easily go up into this zone to give me a sell. Okay, so either ways, if markets move up, I look for my sell. If markets move down, then I look for my buy. So when market opens and I start getting some move to the downside, then I'll be expecting market to give me some buys from this side. On the 2H time frame, let's see what do we have. Sorry, clean. On the 2H time frame, I think 30 minutes. Yeah, on the 30 minutes too, we had price, okay, giving us this particular move. We had some kind of change of character right here. Price broke structure to the upside, price broke structure to the downside. So we can have price taking out this high, giving us trading into this zone to give us what a sell on the 30-minute time frame. Okay, so yeah, on the 30-minute, this is what I'm expecting. Now let's go to gold and see what I'll be expecting for gold. All right, now on the weekly time frame for gold, okay, yeah, last week candlestick. We had last week's candlestick, this week candlestick. I was expecting this week candlestick to actually come into this particular imbalance here to actually fill, at least it should be 50% or more, okay, before I get a rejection here. But then we had price what trading into it, not I think about 30%, and then gave us what rejection, okay, from this particular fair value gap. All right, so I have this imbalance here. What do I have here? I have another imbalance right here, which I think what market could probably what come and fill, okay. Yeah, so we can have what, so right now what I have on what on gold is what I think market can come down to fill it fully and then go and fill this particular fair value gap there, or imbalance, anyhow you call it. So price market can come and fill it totally, later come and fill this place, and then we get our sell, or we continue to what to buy for what for gold. All right, since we are what we are bullish on the what on the weekly. So on the weekly we are very bullish. Now on the daily, what am I going to be expecting for gold? What am I going to be expecting for gold? All right, so since we have this imbalance, okay, which have not been fully filled, okay, this is what I am going to be expecting for gold. I'm going to be expecting gold to what to probably come and fill it, okay, into this particular what zone right here, right? So right in the zone here, when price gets into this zone here, or let me just go down into this zone here, I think I'll take this place. When price gets to this side, I'll be looking for what buys, okay, from this place. So I expect price to come down, then I'll start looking for what confirmation for what for buys to later what move up. All right, so this is what I'm going to be expecting. By then, when market opens on Monday, let's go to the 4-8 time frame, I'll be expecting gold to what, so I think last week we gave this setup out. We're expecting gold to sell from here, which we had a very nice sell from there. That was on Thursday. There was a news, right? Yeah, good. That is very perfect. So this is what I am going to be having on the what on the 4H time frame. Let me just clean everything. So 4-8 time frame, you can see that we had what markets breaking what structure to the downside. We had a break of structure here. First break here, market came back to test this particular zone. We also had another break right here. So we had a break to the downside, and then what are we having here? We have this very nice what supply zone, okay. So probably I'm expecting market to what to trade into this particular what supply and then give us a sell, okay, when market opens on Monday. All right, so yeah, so I have this zone right here on 4H. I'm also looking at this particular zone here. All right, so on 4H I'm looking at this zone, and I'm also looking at this small zone right here. Good. So anything that happens, as usual, we give updates in our Telegram channel. All right, so the link of the Telegram channel will be in the description below. Feel free to join. All right, so let's continue with our next pair, which is what Euro USD. What am I having on Euro USD? All right, so Euro USD, let's go to the weekly time frame. I think I already had some analysis on it, right? Okay, so on the weekly time frame, what are we having? We can see that Euro USD is very bullish. All right, so after a break of structure to the upside, excuse me, after a break of structure to the upside, what are we having? We had Euro USD coming to fill this particular what imbalance we have here. There was a very nice imbalance here. Right after filling it, we can see Euro USD giving us a rejection to the upside, right? And then we also have a very nice demand zone right here. Okay, so Euro USD, I think, is what it came down, fill the imbalance, then we are going to get what move to the what to the upside. So if I'm flowing with the market, this is what I am seeing. Okay, this is what I am seeing. All right, now let's go to the daily time frame and see what we are going to be expecting. Now on the daily time frame, what do we have? What do we have? On the daily time frame, we had this imbalance filled. Market came here. I'll have this very nice imbalance right here, which market has not filled yet, right? Okay, so I am expecting what market to come and fill it. All right, market to come and fill it, then we get our move to the upside. Okay, so I'm expecting market to come and fill a trade into this demand zone, then we get our move to the upside. So on daily time frame, this is what I am going to be expecting. Now let's go to the 4H time frame and see what I have in mind. Okay, all right, clean everything, good. So 4H time frame, what do I have? I have, you know, on 4H, what do we look for? We look for our zones in which we think markets will have reactions at. Okay, so I have my first zone right here. So I think market is going to have a reaction here. Okay, then we go to the upside. Now this is what I am expecting. I have this place which serves as a very nice liquidity right here. We had some very nice liquidity right here, equal lows, right? All right, sure. So this is what I'm going to be expecting. I'm expecting market to go up, trade into this particular supply zone we have right here. So we have a supply zone right there. I'm expecting market, I'm expecting market to trade into it, take out this liquidity, then we get our move to the upside. Okay, so this is what I am going to be expecting for Euro USD this coming week. Okay, so in as much as I'm expecting this to happen on 2H time frame, I think I'm expecting this to also happen. Okay, because you know this is what a decisional demand zone in which the market traded into, right? All right, so price can also just start to sell from the side. Okay, all right, so this is what I'm going to be expecting. This is what I am going to be expecting. So I have these expectations. So depending on how market opens and then how it starts, then I'm going to take my trade from there. So we had a break of structure here. If you look very closely, you go to the lower time frame, I think we had a change of character right here. Break of structure to the downside, break of structure to the upside. And what are we having? We have a very nice demand zone right here, which I'm expecting market to trade into. Then we get our move to the upside. Okay, now if that doesn't happen, then I think I am expecting Euro USD to trade up, to continue going up. Okay, then we look forward, we get some sells, and then we go with a sell for this coming week. All right, so with the sells for this coming week, which zones do I have? I have markets giving me some form of liquidity right here. Okay, so I have liquidity right here. Even though I have liquidity, I have this very small supply. Okay, then I have this right nice zone here as a supply. Okay, so these are the zones in which I'm going to be looking at. Okay, I'm going to be looking at markets to give me some reactions at this particular places, and then see how I'm going to enter trades at this particular levels. All right, so our next pair is going to be GBPUSD. Now with GBPUSD, what do I have? All right, so with GBPUSD, I think was the last 3 weeks or so, I was expecting market to fill this particular imbalance we have right there. We had markets filling into it, trading into this particular supply zone. Then we had markets dropping massively to trade into this. I think market is coming right into this demand zone, right? Okay, so you can see that market is coming right into this demand zone. We had a break of structure. So we had our first break right here. We have our second break of structure. Markets trading here. Then we go with the flow of the market, since we are very bullish on the weekly time frame. So I'm looking at markets coming into this weekly demand zone. Then we get markets moving to the upside. Now let me go to the daily time frame. What am I expecting? Wow. Okay. So on the daily time frame, what do I have here? Okay, so we had a break of structure to the upside right here. As you can see, break of structure to the upside right here. We take our daily swing low, our swing high, right? So we have our swing high here to our swing low, And then what do we have? Since we are very bullish, we expect what market to trade in what less than 50% just down here. Then we continue. So now we have market trading less than 50%. Okay, so what do I have? I'm having this zone right here, and I'm also having what a very nice zone right here. All right, so I'll go to the lower time frame. We discuss those places, and then we see how we are going to trade this pair for this coming week. So on the daily time frame, this is what I have. Let me go to the 4-8 time frame so that we really understand what I'm talking about. Now on the 4-8 time frame, okay, I actually made mention of, let me go back, I actually made mention of these zones and this zone. Okay, but personally I think I will be going for the second zone. Okay, this one makes more sense to me. All right, so you actually flow with what the markets, you go with what makes sense to you, what you think is the right thing to do. Okay, it's not like when market gets to the zone and then you see a reaction, it doesn't fit your trading strategy and all this thing, you take the trade. I don't think that's a good idea. All right, so what am I going to be expecting? I'm just going to have this place as some form of what liquidity. I'm expecting market to clear this particular what liquidity, trade into what into this zone, and then we get what our buys to the upside. Also I can have markets what trading, okay, market to just come down, trade here, give me the move here, and then we get a move to the upside. And then I also have this very nice zone right here, supply zone right here. Okay, yeah, so this place can just be some form of what liquidity, right? When you look at it, you can see that this is just some form of liquidity that markets can what easily take out, trade into this zone, give me a sell to the downside. All right, so with GBPUSD, I have this very nice two zones here, and then I'm going to also consider this place. Okay, yeah, so this is what I'll be having. Okay, these are the zones I'll be having. I'll be expecting markets to what to trade into it. I look for confirmation, then I take my what my buys from here and my sells from what this particular place. All right, so now the next pair I'm going to talking about is what AUD-USD. I think I went, let me go straight into AUD-USD. All right, so this is going to be the last pair I'm going to talk about. That's AUD-USD. What am I seeing? All right, so on the weekly time frame, what do we have? Weekly time frame is not giving me anything, right? It's very, very choppy. After markets coming to what to fill this particular imbalance, right? Markets came to fill it fully. We had markets going up to come and fill this particular what imbalance right here. So as you can see, came to totally fill it. Yeah, it's already filled it, came back into it twice, and then now we have what markets giving me a move to the downside, right? So this week was very bearish, right? Now let's go to the daily time frame and see what I'll be expecting. So on the daily time frame, what do I have? On the daily time frame, what do I have? Now I can see that markets what came to fill this particular imbalance right here. Markets came to fill this imbalance right here. Markets also came to fill this, sorry, not came to fill, market haven't come there yet. Markets can probably what come down to fill this imbalance, okay, before we get a move to the upside, or before we continue to the downside. Okay, so this place is just going to serve as what some form of liquidity for me. So I have liquidity right here, so I'm expecting market to what to either trade from this particular place. Market is already into it. Okay, all right, so if let's say market opens and I get some kind of change of character right here, why wouldn't I go for it? But then I'll be concerned because right now I'll be very bearish on the 4H time frame. So maybe probably market can give me something like this, later trade, and then we get a move to the upside. Now let me go to the 4H time frame. Let's see what I'm really talking about. All right, so on the 4H time frame, as we can see, I have my liquidity here. I'm expecting market to fill this place, trade into this demand zone we have right there. All right, so I have market trading into this demand zone, filling this particular imbalance right here. Now when market opens, okay, we can have markets coming straight into this particular place, then we get our move to the upside, or we can have price what moving, okay, straight into this place, giving us a sell before we can get a move to the upside, right? Why? Because we have this very nice what supply zone right here, which I think markets can easily come to fill, right? By what's also what's filling this particular imbalance we have right here. So we have some form of what 4H imbalance. I think we also have this very small one here, small but deadly, right? All right, so this is what I'll be having for AUD USD. All right, so thanks for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, I'll be very happy if you do so. Like the video, comments on the page you would like us to be looking at the next coming week. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.